Hi guys, how are you all today? I've got a bit of a busy afternoon and I thought I may as well let you come for the ride. I'm going to do some food prep, so if you want to hang out with me, that'd be great. Get yourself a nice cup of tea, coffee, if you still do those sort of things. It's nice bone broth, eat some butter. So just sit down, eat some steak and just hang with me while I do some food prep. Okay. What I'm going to do first is I've got a beautiful steak and I'm going to put some salt on it. So look at this beauty. Oh guys, I have to tell you, I had 3 steaks last week and my hair is so unbelievably soft. I can't tell you how happy I am about that. I got one of my girlfriends to feel my hair, to touch my hair. It is so silky. She thought I'd done some sort of special treatment. Like, no. What I did, I ate meat and I ate more meat. So that's the way to go to be beautiful. Well, obviously a loving heart goes a long way, because then it's just shallowness. So anyway, I got a beautiful steak here. I'm just going to put salt on it. So I got some lovely Celtic sea salt and I'm just going to put some salt on the steak. The Redmond's real salt isn't really easy to get hold of in Australia. It's pretty expensive stuff. And Celtic salt, it has, I think, over 60 minerals. May not be spoken about a lot in the community, but it's awesome. I got onto Celtic sea salt many years ago, because I used to have terrible chronic fatigue syndrome, really shocking. Let's put a bit more salt. Yeah, and I learnt about it from this Dr. Batman Gallage, who's a really amazing doctor that helped people with all different sorts of illnesses with salt and water. So that's how I got onto it years ago. So we got that beautiful steak. I'm going to put it in the fridge for maybe 2 hours, then I'll take it out and let it get to room temperature for an hour or so, and then I'll have that for my dinner. Okay, awesome. So I got some chicken thighs, sadly no skin, because my butchers, unless you ring up in advance to order it, they just take the skin off, which just is a shame. So I'm just going to put them in a dish and roast them. So I'm just going to sprinkle some salt on it. There we go. That's all I'm doing. I still get fluid retention at times from salt, so and this is going to be naturally salty because I'm going to put bacon in it as well, and I'm just going to melt some butter and brush it on the chicken thighs. Here's the butter. I'm just going to put in the microwave. So I've got the butter melted. You know, guys, it's really funny. My dad came from London, from the east end of London. They're known as Cockneys, and they drop the H's and say things like bar. So sometimes I can do that without meaning to. Anyway, I'm just going to brush the butter on the chicken thighs, which I've never done this before. But I did that the other day with some cooking I did with a steak, just brushing some butter on it. You have to check out my recipe for the steak that I had a premiere last night. It was so epic. Oh my goodness, guys. It was so yum, unbelievable. So I'm just going to turn these over. I have washed my hands. I don't wear gloves cooking. I just don't care. I don't think we have to be total germaphobes. When washing your hands will do just fine. But I am uptight about washing my hands. I will at least do that. I'm just going to give my hands a quick wash. One sec. So I've just washed my hands, and then I'll just brush some more butter on here because there's no skin, so it might just get a bit dry otherwise. I always think of Kramer when I hear of, when I think about germaphobes, I always think of that Seinfeld episode. So I gotta say, this is such a weird thing. I don't know if I'm alone with this. Brushing butter on meat is terribly fun. Yeah, so now I'm going to put this in a hot oven. I think I've got it Just joking. I've got it about 160 degrees Celsius with the fan on, which makes it 180. So I think I'll check this in 30 minutes time. So now I'm going to weigh my brisket and I'm going to roast it. It would help if I turned it on, guys, I tell you. It has been an interesting day. Oh, my painkillers, you know, they do help. Oh, again, seriously? Little gremlins today. So let's weigh it. I've got to put it into kilos because I'm not that great with imperial measures. So that's about one, it's not mil, it's kilograms. So yeah, so that's about 1.5 kilos. So I'll work out how long I need to cook the brisket for. Look at that fat, guys. Wow. That's going to be good. I'm going to put some salt on it. I still miss using herbs. I won't lie about that one. That's definitely true. I still miss it, but I don't miss it flavour-wise. I'm more than fine and feel way more chilled without it. So my body's letting me know what it wants, what it likes, and you know, sentimental measures don't really count, I guess, at the end of the day. I can always try it later on, but it's not really that big of an issue. I'll let go of it over time. It's funny, you just don't think herbs really make that big of a difference, but I really did notice it. There we go, just put some salt. May as well just turn it over and put some salt on the other side too. Brisket would be one of my favorite meats on Carnivore. I'd never had it before. It took a couple of cooks to get it the way I like it, because the first time I hadn't cooked it quite long enough, and the second time still not quite long enough, so I'll just turn that over. Cool. It is a work in progress trying to work out how to cook brisket. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up in foil. They're not cooked yet. I'm just going to turn them over and then put them back in the oven. I'm putting them back in the oven for, say, 10 minutes, and then I'll check and see how it's going. So here's the chicken thighs. They don't look that great, do they? But they are cooked because I got a meat thermometer out. You can see the hole there. So I tested it and it's all cooked. So I'm going to let it cool down for a bit. I still haven't worked out how to make the soup. So I'll fry up some bacon and I'll be adding cream, and I'll be using these juices and the butter. I'm thinking I'll put some Parmesan cheese in it. I think that will give it a nice rounded flavour. Plus, the Parmesan cheese is salty, bacon's salty, cream's yum, so it should be good. I think it will taste good, so I just need to work out in my mind how much bacon, you know, maybe, I don't know, a few 100 grams. I'll see what I've got. Okay guys, I'll talk to you later. Here we've got the steak. It's looking really good. It's much redder. I'm pretty certain that's because the salt, the meat's absorbing the salt. So should be nice and tender too, which I'm looking forward to. So I'll wait about an hour and a half, and then I'll eat this. Yay! So guys, I cut the bacon up and I'm going to fry the bacon, and I'm going to fry it in some butter, which I feel will be really nice. So I got the butter in the pan and I'm going to add the bacon. So I'm just simmering it the way you would, not simmering, frying it the way you would if you were cooking a quiche, you know, that sort of thing. So it's looking really good guys, I'm really happy with that. Just show you that again. I'm going to add some cream. Actually, what I'm going to do next is add the chicken into the bacon. Then I added the juices from the chicken, which I hope was a good idea. Hopefully it's fine. And I've got some cream. Oh, doesn't look luscious. Okay, nice. Just decided I'm going to add all the cream because I feel that's the way to go. After all, it's going to be bacon, chicken, creamy soup. So you need the cream for that. So I'm just going to let that simmer for a short length of time. Just reduce the heat. And I'm going to let that simmer for about, I think, 20 minutes. We'll see how it goes. See you soon. So I'm just melting the butter and I'm going to cook my steak because it's very late and I haven't eaten yet. So I'm going to look after me. I don't normally use this pan for frying my steak, so hopefully I will still cook a fairly decent steak, you know, to keep I like it to be, oh, that looks really good. I like it to be medium, so I'll just press down onto it. I've had so much fun recently cooking steaks. It's been absolutely unbelievable, the changes in me, in how I feel. Yeah, it's shocking. You know, steak is not marketed as a health food. Why? Why isn't it? We all know why. You know, sugar and stuff, companies. But still, look at that. It's going to be so good. I can't believe I used to do juice fasting to get me better from chronic fatigue and for skin cancer. But all I needed was this. If you knew all the details of what hell I went through with skin cancer, excuse my time, I'm trying to make sure I do a better job with the steaks. That looks so good, guys. I have been such a busy little bee. And I still feel worn out, sadly. But hopefully in time, once I get the bleeding sorted out and the cyst in my hip sorted out, there's one more joyful thing that needs to be sorted out as well. But once they're all fixed up, I won't know myself, guys. It's looking really good, guys. I'm just letting it simmer. And now, steak time! And I got some Parmesan cheese grated. And here's my steak. Let's see, how did I go today? Did I do a better job? I believe I did a much better job. That's just a little bit too pink for me, but not to worry. I'm going to get some butter and I'm going to eat because I need to eat. Girls gotta eat. Bye, guys.